Hi there, sixth grade alto saxes. This is a recording of me taking you guys through the arpeggio and thirds of our B flat scale, okay? So this is our lovely scale sheet you'll see on the screen. Of course, we always play the B flat scale all the time in the group band, but those of you who have kind of looked around on this page, you also notice that there's a word arpeggio and the word thirds here. And then we switch to a different scale. So this is the arpeggio for the B flat scale and the thirds for the B flat scale. Now, first things first, what's an arpeggio? I always think it kind of sounds like an Italian food, right? You go to an Italian restaurant and order the arpeggio, okay? It is not an Italian food, okay? It is an Italian word though, and what it means is broken chord. Now, some of you are like, cool, but what do you mean chord? Like a piece of string kind of chord? No, a chord in music, guys, is when we take the first, third, and fifth note of our B flat scale. If we play those three notes at the same time, it sounds really, really good, okay? That's what makes up music, these chord things, okay? Pianos, guitars, those instruments can play them all three notes at the same time. That's what they do. Our voices and our instruments, though, can't play those three notes at the same time. So what we do is we break those chords to note, to note, to note, to note. So we just have to break them apart. So that's exactly what this is. There's the first note, the third note, the fifth note, okay? Basically, if I played measure 6, if I played all 4 of those notes at the same time, it'd sound really good. If I played all 4 notes that are in measure 7 at the same time, they'd sound really good. We just can't do that. We just play them individually, one by one by one, okay? So that's the first thing. That's what an arpeggio is. I'm going to play the arpeggio slow, and then I'm going to play it fast, okay? And then I'll take you through thirds. By the way, don't forget to always double check. Make sure you're remembering that your B flat scale, your G scale, uses 1 sharp, okay? So this F right here, make sure you're using your middle finger, okay? So here's the arpeggio on the slow side. Here it goes. 1 and 2 and ready and... And if you found that to be really, really easy, I want to try it faster. Here it is faster. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. The idea being that you're going to see these notes in some kind of order similar to this fairly frequently in music. That's why we would practice this, okay? Next, thirds. By the way, these are partly these arpeggio things, okay? If you notice line note, line note, line note, thirds do that. They go from a line to a line, space to space, line to line, space to space, line to line, okay? Why do we call it thirds? Okay, it has nothing to do with fractions, okay? What it has to do with, between G and B, we call that a third in music because counting the G, there's 1. Counting the A we skip, there's 2. Counting the B that we're going to, there's 3 notes, okay? G to B. From A to C, same thing. A is 1, B that we skip is 2, C is 3. So this is all moving in thirds, okay? And like I said, it's just line, line, space, space, line, line, space, space. So anytime in music you see a line note to a line note right beside each other, 2 lines consecutively, that's what we call a third. Same thing when we go down, B to G down here. Same exact thing, okay? This is probably the second most common way we move in music. The most common is obviously in order. That's why we practice scales. The second most common would probably be thirds because we skip fairly frequently. And a lot of times we don't make big giant leaps like a G to a high G. We do occasionally, but this thirds is probably the second most common way because of these arpeggios, these chords, okay? The only thing I want to remind you before I play this is that we do go up even higher than we usually do in the B flat scale. We are going to go to high A. Don't forget, again, that Fs are sharp. That also includes this F sharp down here at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to play this 2 times. I'm going to play it a slow speed. And then for those of you who are like, well, that's really easy, I want to go faster, I'll play it at a fast speed. So here we go. Here's thirds at a slower speed. 1 and 2 and ready. Here we go. awesome. Now, I apologize. This B did not sound 100% right. I have the sticky key on my saxophone and it stuck down. So it actually sounded more like a B flat, but it did fix at the very end, okay? That's just one of the bad things. West Music isn't repairing instruments right now either. So eventually I can send this in and get it fixed, but we'll get there. All right, so here is thirds, now faster. That way, if you found that to be pretty easy peasy, you want to challenge yourself, here we go. So this time we'll go bum, 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 1 and 2, and ready, here I go. There are arpeggios and thirds. It's another really super common way we play the notes from our B flat scale, guys, okay? So definitely give that a try. Mess around with it. Get used to playing those notes faster, and it'll be awesome for your saxophone playing, okay? Awesome. Happy practicing, guys.